I tell people that trap is not African.
Vusi.
Do you find yourself like constantly problem solving, troubleshooting, figuring out this works, this doesn't work? And how do you keep your sanity?
Vusi today has a question for you.
It's been burning inside of him.
Have you had a chuckle yet?
This is What's the Difference, a Woolworths podcast where we chat to extraordinary people about the difference that sets them apart.
My name is Mafu. I am a radio presenter as well as a content creator and a lover of food. I don't make money from loving food, but you do.
I am very lucky. I'm Steve Steinfeld. I'm a food writer, restaurant columnist, and an avid traveler who travels for food.
Basically, you've got the gig of the century.
100%.
And we are going to be enjoying an episode that we get kind of double trouble,
Yes.
which I'm looking forward to.
2-for-1 special.
Exactly. Willis loves that. Today's guests are shaping the future of African dining. Together, they helm Edge on Cape Town's Short Market Street, a restaurant that treats fire as an ingredient. South Africans love that. Celebrate regional produce and tell African stories through a minimalist yet deeply rooted lens.
Chef Vusi is globally recognized for his influence on modern African cooking, and Absie is an incredible restaurateur who not only runs a restaurant, but has put together an incredible wine and cocktail program.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you for having us.
And the fact that we get both of you at the same time, do you do everything together?
No. Preferably not.
No?
It's tricky. We do a lot of things together, but some things like, I'm just glad I have my department shares that department, because if we cooked together, that
That
would
would
be a
have
problem.
been...
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
So there is a bit of division and space, so which is always good.
So you've achieved
Oh
that.
yeah, balance.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, I'm a huge fan of what you guys do.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
And I mean, Vusi, you're a huge proponent of telling African stories through your food. And it's a distinction that you really make quite often when we chat, is that, it's not really about traditional African cooking, but in a way, sometimes it is influenced by it, but it's much more about telling African stories. How do you decide which stories you want to tell? I mean, you've got the whole continent. Where do you draw inspiration from and how?
So I think it's important to know that you can't like everything. So we always like to see, like when we travel, like let's say we went to Senegal. What did we feel in Senegal? Like throughout that space. So then we'll come back and we'll be like, how do we recreate that feeling? So if we felt like it was a chilled grown-up time, then we'll do a chilled grown-up version. But if we go to somewhere crazy like Mozambique, then we'll make it crazy like Mozambique. So basically it's a feeling first, and then from there we start pulling on strings that we found. And then so like I said, it's telling a story rather than saying we're cooking Senegalese cuisine. It's like Mozambique, cachaça. It's gonna be on the menu now because she loved it so much and how it made her feel. So now I'll be like, okay, cool, but let's do cachaça properly. So that's how we try to tell the story. So to evoke a feeling more than just to say, this is a drink from Mozambique.
Before we get in too deep, before we travel the continent, I think we need to get into the snacking and the yapping.
We're going to start with something that is quite quintessentially South African,
Droevos.
but make it bougie.
Make it with the Steve blessing.
This is one of my favorites. It's the Wagyu beef droevos. Have you guys tried it?
No, I haven't tried it yet.
And we also have the barbecue smoked pork bacon biltong. It's lots of words, but delicious. And my favorite are these salami sticks. So have what you want. Steve, talk to us about your Wagyu.
I mean, well, Wagyu, everyone knows, it's all about the fat content. And I think, Droevos particularly relies heavily on that.
Yeah, no, when that salary hits the bank.
Exactly.
Yeah, Wagyu. Not just
Hey,
Not just Droevos.
Not just,
the Woolworths.
like you must have it with your spring water ice.
what's your perfect snack?
Besides salami sticks?
Tell the truth.
What is my favorite snack?
I can tell them.
What is it, yeah?
Chicken bags.
Vusi.
It's a snack.
Chicken bags.
Yeah. There's no
Off-brand.
shame.
Yeah.
Random like
Next year in Woolworths. Chicken bags.
Random people.
I mean, he exposed you. You have the floor to expose him. What is he
What's
snacking
his
on at
favorite
night?
snack?
Oh my God. Oh, wine gums.
Okay.
He lives on those.
I had 4 this morning.
Yeah.
Packets or...
Like-
Yeah.
No, don't judge it. It's a safe space.
Yeah, no judgment.
No, just questioning.
No,
You have
4
to
in
hide the
the...
little packets around the house.
Yeah.
That actually
And
gets
then,
bad.
It's a thing. I love me some bacon. I haven't tried those.
Is this your favorite one?
I love all of it.
Okay.
All of it is delicious.
Fire is not only an ingredient in your cooking, but it's like part of this greater identity and story. To you, like, what does fire represent in the broader African context?
You know what? When you travel the continent and you see on the side of the street, they're selling this little, even if they're making tea or whatever, they're selling like little lumps of charcoal. I'm like, why are they selling like a small pack of charcoal? They're like, no, it's for their tea when they make snacks. So it just feels different all the time, right? And then for me, it's also like a very hard thing to control because it's temperamental. So if you don't feel like cooking that day, you cannot just press a button and say 60 degrees or air fry it. You kind of have to work with the fire. So when I do that, for me, it's more exciting, it's more intentional, even for my chefs. Like I'll wait and I'll see, and I can feel it, not in a weird psychic sense thing. But if I'm cooking, my fire is here. I should be burning the side, like I should be like medium rare, but by the time. So I think for me, it's just like being intentional about it. Like people just tend to forget that, okay, and the people think that fire is just like, yeah, on spray, you know. No, fire is very multi-layered. So that's why I think it's just so special. And I mean, everyone's cooking over the fire. There's a difference in cooking over fire and cooking with fire. So when you work with fire, you work with the ashes, you work with the indirectly and everything, it can become a bit weird. But that is not a way to do it. I mean...
And your confidence around fire came from growing up around it? Or do you feel as though you had to teach yourself some humility around it?
No, I think,
It teaches you the humility.
I think it will humble you very quickly. I think I worked in Belgium in 20-something, so I was coming back from the Saxon and whatever, and they were doing like very fancy fine dining, sous vide bags. I don't want to say the word I wanted to say, but everything goes into the little pouches, nice piece of meat into a water bath.
Pretty.
And I'm like, when it's time for service, you take it out. Nothing wrong with it. It's a very precise way of cooking. But it was so boring.
Valid.
But now when you work with fire, you have to start the fire at the right time. So like in Belgium, we only cooked over fire. So I thought, just a bunch of so just a bunch of fire, and then just a bunch of Australians and Flemish guys braaiing. But this guy was braaiing with like delicious tweezers and braaiing like leaves. I'm like, he's braaiing leaves, okay. And putting leaves on like strawberries in a basket and put it on the side so it smokes. I'm like, oh. So I was just dealing with my eyes.
Right.
And I was like, this is so cool. Like there's not a single bag inside. I'm coming to work here. So from then we learned about the levels of fire and how fires are so different. And but there's also very unique signatures in fire that you can pull on one string and you can sort of untangle the whole mystery of fire. Like cooking underground, I was like, you can cook stuff underground. And I was thinking about, because when you were in a fine dining setting, you don't really have that chance of like, let's cook a goat underground with some fire, with some charcoal and leaves. You're like, what do you mean? They're like, you don't know how to do it? I'm like, chief, I'm from Africa. We know how to do this. Google it. But then they were so nice because they were so generous with their knowledge, so that I'll be like, I'll help you dig. And then you show me, and then just became like an experiment. But when I came back to South Africa, I was like, okay, no more fancy water baths. So since that time, there's always fire.
And with African cuisine, especially in the fine dining space, there are a lot of assumptions around it. And I'm sure a lot of pushback, people are very protective of their culture. I'm sure you are literally fighting fires there all the time, with people trying to understand what you do, and also people who, see the food a certain way, and then you bring something to the table and they're like, this is not what I'm used to. How do you deal with that feedback? Do you even pay attention to it?
No, you do pay attention. They're very loud about it.
Right. No, they are.
So...
My son killed us.
And then...
Let me just give you context.
we
are in a pink hotel that's historically known for being a white people hotel.
Yes.
And in a room, in a room that does not signify or showcase what we are, right?
Right.
Fine. So then, absolutely.
So there was one of, I think it was like 1 month in to the pop-up that we did there, and we get a Nigerian couple. I see them walking in, and I'm just like, there's noise. And because like one of the dishes is the jollof consomme, and there's a goosey dessert. We've done funky things to the Nigerian ingredients. I'm like, whoa.
like there was no rice on the thing. And she was like, what do you mean it's jollof, but there's no rice? I'm like...
And the way we write our menus, like, it'll be like either just like 2 words or like 1 word, and it says jollof. So there's an expectation.
Right.
And excitement.
And excitement. And yeah, so now presenting those dishes, I think I was in the kitchen just like, okay, you can do it.
Don't be suspicious.
And they're waiting. So I get there and I'm like, okay, so I'm just pouring over our jollof consomme. And they were like, what? What did you do to the rice?
Where's the fish? Where's the snails?
So just to take you through like what we
do.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, just try it. And literally, like, I stood there and he's like, wait. And, they're big. And I'm like, I'll wait. Taste it. And we served it there with trout.
So yeah, smoked trout.
Yeah, so smoked trout. So he tastes it, looks at his wife, and is like, there's no ways. There's no ways.
But like
This water tastes like jollof. He says, this water tastes like jollof.
So you watch his mind being blown in real time.
Yes, exactly.
So those kind of moments, even buying the ingredients becomes a thing because I'm not ordering it online. I'm not going to a supplier. I'm going to the source.
The different kind of foraging that you guys are doing.
This is like next level. Like,
and it changes all the time. So you're like, no, but I bought this amaranth like last week. And
what does it look like?
I mean, this is the one we got this week. Like there's no product control. It's just like, it's like this today.
So you get that pushback from the customers, but the pushback is actually good sometimes. And when you take off that dish that we think that people wouldn't like, then they're like, but where's that one? I'm like, but you said most. My wife is not here now, it's just me.
So I can have...
So even with the meat and the cooking of the fire, I don't try to sell fillets all the time, and then went through a stage where doing spider steak because of how Africans consume an animal. Like, I know there's a nose to tail, but this one is literally nose to tail.
The nose to tail.
So, and we do it, and people are just like, where's that cut of meat? But I'm like, you said it was chewy? So you get that kind of feedback because of, again, it's like, that's the whole point, it's a story. Africans don't know a rare steak. They'll be like, it's not cooked. And I'm like, I know, but it's the temperature probe said 54 degrees. So it's always quite an interesting adjustment. Like even when you go to African countries and you eat some of the meat, you will chew for days.
Yeah.
And then here you're like, I'm tired of chewing. Like, can I please have a...
Still chewing.
But you also don't want to offend anyone.
Yeah, because they're inviting you to the, like, can I please have...
You don't want to offend anyone. You're there at the fish market and they're like, here's a grilled oyster. I was like, whoa. And Vusi's like, you're going to be fine.
You'll be okay.
She's eating sea urchins there. So like, what does it taste like? I'm like, a fish custard. It's like, that's not a good helping meal. I'm like, because everyone's so generous in Africa, right? Like, everyone's so nice. And when people didn't know what we do, and they're like, but you're a chef, you're a cooker. I'm like, this is nice. They're like, And then our guide would just walk out like, big chef, this one, big chef. I'm like, Pape, relax.
It's a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun exploring.
I think you touched on a really interesting topic there, and that's that idea of whole carcass cooking. And obviously it fits into like the whole word bank of popular phrases now, nose to tail, all of that. But I mean, do you see it more as almost like a return to African traditions or more like a new way forward or perhaps a bit of both?
I think it's just coming back, it's full circle, coming back to time, yeah. Because I was talking to my good friend with blue eyes, Johannes, and when they in Durban.
I was like, a White Walker?
No. So we saw this, we saw these pigs. And Absie was like, I want this whole pig. I'm like, I'm like, is that pork that has a deep red color? It's not like pink. It's like almost like beef, the meat.
Yeah, it looks like beef.
It's so delicious. Then Absie's like, I want this whole thing. And then Johannes is like, it's like, so cooking that whole animal, you need to have a plan.
Right.
So you need to have a plan from what do I do with this? What do I do with that? What do I do with this? So for us, coming into season now, so if you on the menu we say pork, right? So that's Africans are not the first people to eat a whole animal. I tell people that tripe is not African. They're like, Vusi, that's our traditional food. I'm like, what tradition? Like, tell me exactly what tradition started eating tripe. Yeah, my grandfather. I'm like, no, chief. If your grandfather had cows and he killed and he slaughtered the animal, you ate the whole thing. If Italians slaughter, they eat the whole thing. It's not ours. They're like, yeah, but you see, Vusi, you know, you're too fancy, chief. I'm like, no, guys, a whole animal it's a way of life. You have to know to do the organs and everything. So even the blood, like the Maasai, they drink the blood. But if you say drink blood in South Africa, they're like, you are doing witchcraft now. I'm like, no, that's what they do, right? So, and then if you had to make blood sausage, because that's a very European concept, no one would consume it in South Africa, in the African community. So I think it's a mixture of coming of time and just trying not to be wasteful now.
And with the work that Edge does, I mean, you guys are quite minimalist in how you present and how your food is, I guess, observed and seen, which also has its own awkwardness because we love a big plate of food. Yeah, like give me a healthy portion, right? How do you decide that, okay, this is the plate we're putting out, and also that this is enough?
We have this fight all the time. It's the fight that never ends, but like literally between me and him, because he's just like, no, just like this one little tomato and this tiny thing. And
It's not one tomato. There's other things with it.
But it's a beautiful tomato, I have to say.
It's the tomato.
Yes.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like, no, but people are going to be enjoying it. So like, just give them a little bit more. And he's like, no, it's enough. Then he's telling me about palate fatigue and all sorts of things. I'm like, yo, okay. But I know there's a table of 10 of guys from Joburg.
And you must go tell them about palate fatigue.
Yeah. And and in Joburg, the plates are sizable. Cape Town, yes, people get used to different, like small plates, etc. Yeah. But it's always, again, if you've got like a guest from Congo or from Nigeria, to say, this is the look, because our jollof consommé dish is even smaller than this. And they're like, but that's it? And the mackerel, where's the rest of it? You'll be fine.
The most terrifying thing is sharing a plate of food on social media, and then the people are like, glad you had a nice time, but I'm sure you went to McDonald's afterwards. Are you getting comments like that?
No, actually, we don't get that.
Okay, towards the end, but in the beginning, they're like, are we at one of those? They'll say, are we at one of those places where we're gonna need to go eat afterwards?
It's not about progression. It's not about progression. We've gone out and eaten tiny portions of food, and we've been like, even me, I'm like, But sometimes you do get that's how you progress it, right? So like, let's say, for example, if you go to eat at a sushi place and you have 10 pieces of sushi, will you not get full? No, me, I'm full. I'm tired. No, so I think it's just about progressing and how the menu is structured, because again, you don't have to eat like it's the last plate of food on the world. Like, I'm not a big believer in like giant portions of food. Like, I would never, unless it, no.
If you
don't start something you can't finish now.
No.
You pay the amount of money that we're paying in this Western Cape, then you expect to be and like quite full. And there was also a joke when we were in Franschhoek, and you'd find like on a Sunday afternoon, all these fancy cars parked at the BP garage. And one guy, and I asked this one couple, I was like, okay.
But don't say the name, don't say
the restaurant.
I was like, because they look nice.
They're still our friends.
Were you guys out for lunch? They're like, yes, we were out for lunch. But the husband's coming out of the garage with like pies.
It's a thing.
And the whole time, like, that's what they're doing here. Because I always used to wonder, all these fancy people just walking into the garage like late afternoon.
I know it's Franschhoek, it's Bruce. No one needs petrol.
So the small plates thing versus menu progression as well, it's an ongoing conversation.
Everything's got its place, like some things are just, there's a law of minimalism. Like when you make a dish, you can, and they always say, if you can't take anything out from the dish to make it better, like you don't want to add anything else, right? You want to take out the noise. So when you get those 3 things that are perfect, and the dish is like, in its essence, beautiful and ready. You travel, you've been to these Basque countries where they serve you a slice of beef. There's no tomato, but I showed to Absie, and I'm like, look, it's a fancy restaurant in the world. Best chef. One slice of beef. And she's like, I'm like, so I think it's like, as much as say, like these days, like especially with our sauce work, like she'll tell my chefs, put more sauce. And they're like, but chef said, she's like, it's not here. And I'm like, it's about the experience, but it's not like a fight like when you're at the other restaurant at the waterfront. Like, so if you know waterfront prices and rent, a lady asked us. water. So the lady asked for a portion of pap. She was walking across the road. She's like, you guys do the African fires? We're like, yeah, together pap. I'm like, sure. It's 45 rand. She's like, So she was expecting like a mountain. Then there comes Absie, like, here you go, ma'am. She's like, she wanted to cry. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Take another one. Don't worry. She's like, pap, for 45 rand. I just kept telling her.
Outrageous.
So it's all about perspective, right? And like, there are things that you should have a healthy amount of, but there's some things I think.
Quickly, what do you want the legacy of Edge to be? Or kind of any future projects that you get involved in?
It's always about putting, having the African conversation in more places than one. So like how are we consuming now? Because there's also a change in how people are spending in the continent, you know, where everyone, like a lot of the countries, people are making like silly money. And how are we making sure that they spend it here as opposed to going to honeymoon in Thailand or et cetera? Because there's incredible coastlines here, beautiful food, but it's not packaged. We're working on the packaging so that the rest of the world knows about it.
It's hard to tell the story. Because I mean, there's African music now that's doing well, African fashion's doing well.
Art.
Culinary
art is the next, it's always...
It should be the next, but I think the packaging, the conversation around African cuisine shouldn't be like, oh, what do you mean African? Like, I don't want people to be scared anymore. And I want the next generation of chefs, not to say I'm old and retiring, but I want the next chef, when they try to do an African concept, it must just be a bit easier for them. Because they're like, oh, these guys did it like this. Don't do that, don't do this, don't work for that person. Like, we're kind of writing the blueprint of like, I can name names if you want.
Make it easier for the next generation.
Don't call that.
And I think, the two of you have really done just such an amazing job of driving that knowledge and education forward. As it is, our fine dining landscape is quite, I think, juvenile. It's growing. And I think, what you guys are doing is just next level in taking it that next step further. And it's hard enough educating a fine dining audience on fine dining, and now to do it in the sense that you are is super impressive. So
we thought about it.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
And I know Absie is a wine lover. You could talk wine all day.
I could.
You could. Love me my wine as well.
Yeah.
I keep the wine economy in this country going quite proudly. And
thank you for your service.
Yes. But also how you love wine is important, because you champion female winemakers. You are someone who is quite intentional about it being part of Edge's identity. What led you to making that decision, and why are you so passionate about that?
Well, it first started as focusing a little bit on the smaller wine producers. Because when we moved here December 2020, and then we started now like really traveling the winelands and getting to know, like, I was like, oh, that's a female winemaker. Because when you're buying wine or when you look up tasting notes, like on Google, you're like, okay, tasting notes quickly of whatever wine, doesn't really talk much about the winemakers, especially, I don't know if it was just my view, I didn't see like the women being championed about it.
Yes.
Like it would be, everyone knows Badenhorst, etc., but no one's really talking about the female winemakers. But yes, Carmen Stevens been there for a while, Ziggy Miela's been there for a while, and I've always loved their wines. And it was just like a natural progression, I'd say, to be able to put those wines on the list and make sure that people know about it. And the more we talk about it in the restaurant, the more people are like, oh, okay, what other female winemakers are there? So it's not just a conversation starter, but it's an important conversation.
What is your favorite part about that collaboration and being very intentional about that?
Well, firstly, the first issue started with the fact that we couldn't really pair Vusi's food with a lot of wines.
It's my
tricky.
fault.
Yeah, it's your fault. So then we started having to look elsewhere. Like, okay, and then the orange wines were coming in as well at the time.
Yeah, the whole natural movement is picking up.
The natural movement was picking up, and with the smokiness because fire is an ingredient. Because it's not just smokiness that you get, and also the African ingredients that we are really like putting on a menu for the first time. So we're just like, okay, so how would you pair an Agusi and panna cotta? Because it's something that people have not really had before. So it was a long process. And then to a point where we opened the pop-up in Franschhoek, people would ask what inspired your wine list. And Vusi would just say, it's wines that Absie likes. Like, I can't keep up. To this day, that's what we say. We're like, it's just wines that I like.
Do you find yourself like constantly problem solving, troubleshooting, figuring out this works, this doesn't work? And how do you keep your sanity in that process?
You drink the wine.
By tasting the wine. The problem is the solution.
It's a full circle moment.
Yes, exactly. It all comes together quite nicely. And we change our wine menu and our beverage program quite often.
Okay.
Because also with new dishes that he put, like on a Tuesday, he'll just be like, oh, here's a new dish. And I'm like, for when? It's like, for tonight. I'm like, okay.
Let's get to work.
What's this going to work with?
Then it's like,
We've had drinks that didn't work with some of the dishes at all.
yeah.
Then I was like, well, we can't change the dish. There's not many Vusis, there's many winemakers. So then we got to now we pair dishes with beer because it's just the easiest thing. But not just any beer, like be cheeky about it. We do the black label now, we're like, okay. Because now I do it, because sometimes I think with wine, especially in Cape Town, people are they think they know everything.
Yeah, everyone knows everything.
It's like, I grew up on a wine farm, you see, no one cares. So, like, does it work? Is it nice? And it's also the same with food, right? Like, everyone's into the
Everyone's
Asian,
a foodie.
Everyone's a foodie. Joburg foodie. So everyone's a foodie, and then everyone's got an opinion about something. Maybe they had an orange wine for the first time in Italy. Now they're like, oh, I want to drink natural. So I think now we don't want to fight with the customer, but we also want to be like, okay, we get you, but this is also nice. So Absie's grown to a point now where even wine reps are so happy to see her. She can have 7 meetings tasting wine. And I'm like,
I try to have them on one day, though.
Of course. It's the most efficient.
and it's quite interesting how they interact, and then she'll be like, okay, we're doing this now. They'll be like, oh, wait, I've got just a thing for you. Then there's a secret compartment in the bag.
And I'm like, yeah, that's the one you should have brought out first.
Not this other one.
Because when they come, they're also like, what do you mean African ingredients?
Yeah.
So that's a question that we get all the time. And so then we bring out stuff from the pantry, like while we're doing the wine tastings, then I'll be like, this is suya spice. So like, if you taste that, and they're like, whoa, okay.
Mupane pairings were very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
With the mupane soy sauce that we actually used to spray on our beef course.
Yes.
Because that threw the whole, everything you know about pairing a beef dish, it threw it out the window.
Interesting. There was so much savory, and I imagine like quite a bit of acidity there.
Smokiness to it.
Yeah, so with when people come and chat to me about wine, it's different. Because I always say, listen, our food is a little bit different. So the things that you say that I should pair a Chenin or whatever with, it's not going to be. Yeah, exactly. And we've done like red meat dishes with white wines. We still do, or red wines with seafood dishes, because it's that flavor profile.
And I mean, as you say, the beer, I think you were the first to do that, have the Zamalek moment. And it's kind of, now shown up all over the country, which I think is...
No, I think we didn't do that because we had were with Woolworths and we didn't have a plan.
Yeah.
And he knows like his wines
There
also.
was so much.
And we're tasting. Absie and Kobas are here doing this. I'm like, what are you looking for in the glass? We're serving now. We're going. It's like, it's not working. And then one of the chefs was like, just get a black label. They're like, from where, Vusi? Like, okay, we'll run to the bottle store, we'll buy quarts of black label, and then we'll serve it like that. That was just all, because there was no pairing to the dish. I'm like, we cannot not have a pairing, so.
Yeah. We want to play a game. Such serious chats all the time. Such serious chats. I mean, partners in crime, power couple.
We have a power couple over here.
Yeah.
So how in sync are you really?
I mean, we're going to play a game called Partners in Crime. I'll give you a series of questions, or rather this or that, foodie questions to be more specific, and then you both answer at the same time.
Okay.
Who's the deep thinker here?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay. You're the impulsive one.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So this might be a challenge, but I'm very excited to see how this
Ask her how
goes.
we got to Franschhoek.
So if you answer it the same, if your answers match, you score a point.
Yeah.
And if not, I don't
Spoke
know.
about this.
Maybe this thing is over.
Woolworths vouchers. What
Do we
do we
win money, a wine voucher?
Sorry, we just need to know how much.
You might walk away with something.
Yes, you might work away with
We'll
something.
check in the back.
I think there's still 2 pieces of Wagyu Drovo left.
We spoke about this, yeah? We actually spoke about it.
Okay, we can do it.
Oh,
we can do it.
they came prepared.
No,
No.
it was we're planning something like, if we go and wants to be a millionaire, I'm not going.
No, don't take me. Do not take me, no.
But it's okay, we'll be fine.
Cool. Shall we
Amazing
go?
Race? No.
Amazing Race, yeah.
Okay.
No.
Okay. You can start.
Cool. Fine dining or braaiing?
Brian,
Oh, Brian.
Braaiing. Nice.
Wine or cocktails?
wine.
What did you say?
Wine.
Oh, wine. I was like, the wine. Yes, wine.
Don't panic.
Panicking, I'm
Red
panicking.
or white wine?
White.
White.
Tablecloths or no tablecloths?
No, tablecloths.
They're in sync. Lamb or beef?
Oh,
Yeah. Lamb.
lamb-ish, yeah.
Lamb-ish.
Yeah, lamb.
I'm seeing some words here. Fish fry or meat fry?
Fish, no, meat fry. Sorry, because I just think of something.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking of.
Yeah,
That's rice or samp?
Sam.
This one is, I'm rice. We're like
Freely share your heart.
learning things about each other.
Yes, I love this. Open fire or slow cooking?
Open fire.
Nice. Spicy or sweet?
Spicy.
Spicy.
Cooking at home together or dining out?
Dining out.
Dining out.
Separately.
Please.
Yeah. Teff or sorghum?
Sorghum.
So,
At the moment.
at the moment, sorghum.
Okay.
This season.
Teff, yeah, but Teff
life.
is
Teff is up there. It's
a favorite, yeah.
Lunch or dinner?
Dinner.
Dinner.
Quirky wine pairings, classic wine pairings.
Quirky.
Quirky, yeah.
Yeah.
Heritage recipes or future-facing innovation?
Ooh. 50-50.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, your
Yes.
brand is both.
It's called quick-fire questions.
Okay,
Not think about a question.
I'm saying heritage. And
There's
then
no slow cooker questions. Okay, let's do it again. What's the question again?
Heritage recipes or future-facing innovation?
Heritage recipes.
heritage recipes.
And now, who's the bigger foodie?
Absie.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I don't know what a foodie is though.
Well, yeah, I can.
We'll go into that the next time around.
Tell me something about yourself.
I think it's super clear that you guys are very, very compatible,
Yeah.
both inside the restaurant and out.
Oh,
So
no,
thanks for playing partners in crime with us. Before you go, every week we have someone from the Woolworths team in our cold seat.
Bring a jacket.
Yeah, and we ask them the hard-hitting questions that our guests or ourselves or our listeners want to know. Today, we've got a mutual friend of ours, Scott Parker. He is a chef and product development manager for Culinary Innovation, Research and Development. Scott's going to join us at the table. Oh, and he comes bearing gifts.
Thank
Yeah, this is not a bribe.
One and only.
That's your seat.
Please.
Yeah, good on you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Just because you brought gifts doesn't mean we're going to be easy on you.
He didn't bring gifts for us.
They handed them to me there, so it's kind of your fault, guys.
Welcome to Third Degree.
Wow, gosh.
So yeah, as you know, the cold seat is the part of the show where we ask hard-hitting questions to members of the Woolworths team. And Vusi today has a question for you.
It's been burning inside of him.
Have you had a chuckle yet?
I know.
Lighten up a little bit before you
I'm
ask?
chill, bro. No, I just wanted to ask on the behalf of the country,
You?
not me.
No pressure.
No, it's not. It's the comment section.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Didn't see that.
So you guys released that hard body chicken. How did that go down? Like, what is the thought process? behind it?
Sales-wise, or why did we think of it? I think if we look at some of the product development that we're doing end-to-end, it's more around accessibility and really appealing to the whole country. We have such an amazing melting pot of diverse cultures here. And we've also got a massively diverse product development team. So we really wanted to challenge ourselves to create something that resonates with our customer or one of our customer sets. And I think that it has landed so well and it's become such a talking point, and it's also delicious.
You know, I want to be honest with you. I didn't want to love amagwinya from Woolies.
Yeah.
And then I bought amagwinya from Woolies and I was like, nailed it.
And the dombolo.
Is that highly satisfying for you when the customer's like, okay.
I mean, that's what we set out for. We don't set out to disappoint. I think it's really nice to see a lot of the products that we've looked at. I mean, the tripe. Have you had the tripe dish?
You're doing tripe now?
I haven't had the tripe. No?
Vusi, come shopping with me, bro. I'll show you. I'm going to show you the way.
Let's go with your card and then.
No discount card.
Yes. That's cool.
Yeah, and I think that's super interesting, because how do you approach a flavor profile that is suited to South Africans, and I mean, Woolworths has stores across Africa, to such diverse palates?
So we have a couple of different processes that we use. We actually have a flavor team, a specific flavor team that we use. Within that team, we probably have about 12 to 15 tasters across different cultures, backgrounds, so very diverse. When we create a flavor, and it could be a flavor or a recipe, we will pull that through that team and make sure that we get inputs from absolutely everybody to make sure it's right. Within that is a lot of benchmarking. So unfortunately, we have to go and taste a lot of food. I know it doesn't look like it, but
I know the struggle.
The struggle is real. So once we've tasted through and we kind of come to a bit of a conclusion around what it is that we want to go after, we draw that up into a blueprint, and that's what we stick to. And then we have the flavor team that will deliver that, and then it's almost as guardrails. So when the teams are developing products, they'll come back to us and they'll go through our team to make sure that they're always what that standard of flavor should be. So, I mean, and it's a really exciting space to be in, because we're looking at it from two different lenses. As one is creating a blueprint, but it's also trying to stick to that as well, because there can be a creep, especially, you know, when you're working with suppliers. We work with suppliers that are based here in the Western Cape, and we work with suppliers that are based in Joburg, sometimes making the same thing. So just to align those is quite a job, as you can imagine. So we have, you know, some very talented people with some really good palates that we make sure that they know exactly what the standards are, and we try and drill that all the way down the chain.
I volunteer as tribute.
I was about to
I
say.
think
Tribute.
If you need a
Hunger
taster.
Games. It's not like that yet.
No,
I might get there.
tasting.
Exactly. If you ever need any additional tasters, I think we all are up for it.
You are always welcome at my table, guys.
And I want to be a millionaire.
Me too.
Thank you.
Scott Parker, obviously not breaking a sweat in the cold seat. Scott, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
Absie and Vusi, it's been incredible.
Thank you.
We will see you at the table with your meal in front of us. Can't wait.
And if you enjoyed this episode, follow us on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get podcasts.
This has been What's the Difference? A Woolworths podcast. We'll see you next time.